So we'll keep rolling. So I've asked Kristie, I've reached out to Kristie and said, would you be happy to come and join us on our conversation on a Wednesday, Wisdom Wednesday? Because Kristie's husband was diagnosed with cancer how long ago?
It was 20. It's a year ago. So just on a year and a month ago.
Yeah,
so 13 months ago. Yeah,
13 months ago. And I guess, I mean, just a quick backstory, and I put it in the comments, not in the comments, but in the invite earlier. But I mean, I met Kristie's husband. I used to work with Kristie's husband, and that's how we met. And, you know, we just connected, just, you know, very, very briefly, then connected on Facebook and kind of just followed each other's journey. And then obviously had much more contact since Ben was diagnosed with cancer. So I'm just going to pass it over to you, because I really want you to share, I guess, you know, where you're at, how that's, you know, the wisdom that you have found in this since that date, and, you know, what that looks like for you.
Well, now, 13 months later, I can say it's the greatest thing that's ever happened to us. And still the possibility that, you know, cancer may take Ben and take him to heaven, and I didn't get a go in the cart. I want to go in the carriage too, but he wants to bloody get a head start, the little asshole.
Feel free just to be you on my page, just to let you know too.
I didn't know if I was allowed to swear or whatever.
Yeah, you can do whatever you like, honey.
So, yeah, like if you had asked me that question 13 months ago, I'd be, actually, I wouldn't even be sitting here. I wouldn't be talking to you. I'd be in a depressed state going, my life is fucked and my husband's going to die.
Yeah.
That was the reality. Like that was, and I was only 13 weeks pregnant. We'd been married 10 days. We had a 15-month-old and a 10-year, he was 9 at the time. And we'd just finished doing our 10-year plan, and, you know, we had our whole life. And he goes and fucks it. It's an asshole. Fucking men. Get married. Have a great life. Yeah, fuck them. No, I'm serious. Yeah, so that was reality 13 months ago. You know, I was having a pity party. You know, it was warranted, I suppose. You know, I get stage 3 cancer, and they're like, you'd be lucky to see your baby born in February. And we're like, holy shit. He found out he was stage 3 straight up. And we're like, well, what? Oops.
Of episode number 3. This is with Kristie Huggins, who will be joining us very shortly, and she's going to share with... Okay, I'm on live, Kristie, if you can hear me. Hey, Kimmy, hope you're getting all ready. We'll get to see you soon. We're on live now. I'm not sure if that's going to work, so here we go. Yep, no, that's okay. Here we go. I think this is it. Approve. Here we go. Add. And here comes Kristie.
Yes.
Yes. Oh my gosh, we've got this.
We did it. Don't worry, I did this before too. So it's I'm pleased. I'm pleased I'm not the only one.
It happens all the time. Like it yeah. I think it happens more than what it actually doesn't happen.
Yeah. That's okay. We just got this is funny.
Oh, so welcome anyone who's jumping on. Just give us a wave and give us some love bombs. Throw some love at Kristie. Woohoo! So where we kind of left it off was
13 months ago, different perspective. If you'd asked me, the question was, I found a dangerous place of peace now with Ben's cancer. But if you'd asked me the question 13 months ago, I was not in a good place. But the last year has, what you could say, transformed and cancer's been the greatest thing that's ever happened to us and our family. I mean, like I said just before in the video, but, you know, cancer may very well still take Ben on the one-way trip to heaven because the arsehole doesn't want to take me with him. Selfish prick. No. He's not allowed to.
Housework.
Oh, he's going to leave me to mop up the freaking kitchen.
Yeah. That's it.
But I had to come to peace with it. Or I didn't have to. It was something I'd never dealt with before.
Mm.
And I didn't ask for that hand at poker, but I got dealt it. So I just realized that, you know, God had bigger plans for me, and this was part of my awakening. And I didn't have to have the cancer. Ben did. He's the one that's got it.
Mm.
But I feel I grew from being this, you know, the onlooker, I suppose.
Yeah.
I actually was so
100%.
lucky to get the learnings without actually having it.
Yeah. But what changed? I mean, what was, I mean, like, I think, I mean, I've not had cancer, and I've always I always advocate until you actually face with your own choices. You don't know anybody's shoes.
No.
We can have
No.
empathy, all that kind of stuff. Unless you're in it, like we really, like me sitting on the outside, do not know.
Yeah.
But watching you guys transform, like that's what I would say. Like you've just transformed. But you had a choice. But you did.
Yeah.
You had a choice, though, Kristie. Both of you had a choice to lay down and take it, or get up and live your life.
Yeah, so we asked ourselves a question a year ago, and that was, as shitty as this sounds, and as emotional as it was, I said, honey, how do you want the kids to remember you?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, what do you do? How do you want the kids to remember you? Because Nia wasn't born, Shanique's too little, and Archie wouldn't know. You know, he knows, but he doesn't know. Like you can't. So, you know, in that discovery, in that question, Ben found out that he felt he was a nobody. He felt he was a shitty dad. He'd nothing. He'd done nothing on this world. He didn't achieve anything. He didn't create change. He didn't, like, his kids were going to grow up thinking he was a nothing. And he couldn't let that, he couldn't let that happen. So we decided to, as a family, get shit done.
You know, and I think, you know, that's the message, isn't it? Like, we wait. We think we have forever. Like, and this is me. Like, I am 49. I think we have forever. I didn't start waking up until in my 40s, you know, and really only stepping into my power now, like at 49, because we think we have forever. And until we get faced with, like you guys have been faced with, like adversity, like smack fucking bang in the face, like you're not going to start living your life now. Time's running out, you know. Bang. You can either die now, or you can start living life, isn't it? And that's what you guys have chosen. But you don't
live like you're dying.
Live like you're dying. Like these sayings have been around for a long, long time, and it makes sense, doesn't it? Like when you're faced with adversity. Now
it's got meaning, because, like, you know,
100%.
I've been in the, like, I started my personal development journey, I suppose is the high chunk to name, 10 years ago. And, you know, I've done the affirmations, the this, that, the other, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah.
Nothing gets you in the face like a cricket bat full of spikes that says, yo, dickhead, you thought you knew something. I'm going to show you what you don't know. And that's called living in the now. Because every morning I wake up and wonder if Ben's awake. I've been awake since 3 o'clock. He goes to sleep for an afternoon nap, and I wonder if he's going to wake up from it. And I constantly wake him up. Just go, hey, never. And he's like, you woke me up. And I'm like, oh, he's not dead. Then we're good. I'll make dinner.
Dinner. Extra plate on the table.
Yeah. But that's the reality that we're living in. Every minute is I don't know if he's going to wake up tomorrow. I don't know what he's going to do. I have a core belief I know he's going to survive. But I also have a core belief I accept if he doesn't.
Yeah.
The
I get
difference
that.
is I had to go through, I grieved him dying while he was alive. The last year I've been grieving his death and he's not dead. I grieved, we made his funeral, we we planned his funeral, he put all his affairs in order like they fucking say. We planted a fucking apple tree to put his ashes in while he's still here.
Mm.
And I was like, okay, why wait till he's dead to do all the fun stuff? I was like, we wanted to do a charity, we wanted to do a foundation, we wanted to do it. Why do I have to do all these things when he's dead? I was like, I want to show him what we make now. And look at this great man. Say hi. He's
Hey,
not dead.
Benny!
He's here.
This
He's
is
not dead yet.
This is Benny.
What's that? Juice. Squeezing the
I'll have a cup
juice.
of tea.
So every minute counts. I never really understood that. You're like, yeah, fuck it, I'll wait till tomorrow. Guess what? Tomorrow doesn't exist. Tomorrow
And
doesn't.
you guys,
Hang on.
like,
Tomorrow doesn't exist, and yesterday's already been. We only have right this very second.
yeah.
Right now. That's it. I never like.
Yeah.
Urquhart taught.
We know it here, don't we?
We know it here, but to understand it, understand the now,
embody it,
to fully understand on a cellular level what we are as a spiritual being, like what we are, which is energy. That's it. We are, at its root cause, we are energy. I don't give a fuck what you wear, what you look like, your hair, this, that, the other. When you break it down, we are all human bodies, which we've chosen a vehicle, and we are all from the oneness of God, the one mind, oneness. God, universe, fucking human creation, the
whatever name you want to
eternal.
put on it.
There's you can call it fucking Snoopy for all I care, but I've come to know it as God. Not in a religious sense, but as a one mind. We are all connected from that oneness, and God speaks through our physical bodies, his voice, as a vehicle, as spirit guides are in every human, and a person who's speaking God through them, being them, they don't have to do anything, just being them, is God's voice, showing you how you're doing.
Yeah.
There's only one perspective, and it's it's giving and thinking about somebody else, not us, because it's not even our mind. We're just borrowing the body, and the ego says, mine, that's me, all about me. Ego's like, that's my voice, fuck off, God, I'm stepping in. But spirit is always there waiting and says, oh, you have your fun, and when you're ready, I'll be here and we'll mop up. But, you're going to cause yourself a bit of fucking pain, but enjoy that, because spirit doesn't know what pain is, because it is only love. And when you experience pain, you've got to step back and go, fuck, this actually hurts. What am I not getting? Not even what what's the message? Like, this fucking hurts. Like, pain and emotions, and like God gave us feelings as a roadmap to get around this fucking earth. And like, it's not to say that pain, we all experience pain and suffering. It's just different levels.
Yeah.
And it's okay. I mean, cancer's pretty shitty, but
you're listening, isn't it? Like, that's the message, like that's the kind of message, like cancer, like
But Ben fucked up.
Benny, are you listening? Like, Benny.
No, he wasn't.
Benny! Here you go. Listen.
So God decided this clown's not listening. Too many drugs, alcohol, smoking, partying, really fucking his physical body, because God gave him a physical body to carry his voice, and he's ruining it. So God decided to go, yo, cancer for you, dickwit. Do you think Ben's listening now? He's listening.
Yep. But it's not even like I mean, people can be eating like best food in the world as well. Like our emotions hold, you know, so much. You know, it's the emotions that we hold on to. You know, you can be eating, be clean as
You can
like
eat
clean
whatever
as
you
a
want.
whistle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but if you're not
yeah,
happy, do you know negativity and is the most toxic thing to the body?
yeah,
I believe
yeah,
happiness on a cellular level, true happiness, and I'm talking happiness is simple shit like this. See this Rubik's Cube? Imagine what that would feel like when you completed it.
mm,
You'd need to you'd go to the Channel 7 and say, I completed a Rubik's Cube, tell everyone, because that feeling is so good.
yeah.
Those feelings are
That's the
little
feeling that you
things
want.
over time that heal the body. Ben, like, you know,
Yeah.
he's on his herbs and his fasting and fruits and all this other shit that he's doing, which is great
Mm,
because, you know, health was not a priority in my life
mm,
until, you know, I didn't do anything.
yeah,
But,
yeah,
you know, I'm drinking juice now instead of
yeah.
15 coffee. Oh, not
And
coffees.
your
I can drink
channels have
coffee. I'm mint
opened
tea.
up. Like there's, you know, there's been lots of change within you since this as well. Like I think, you know, if I can talk to like spiritual, like personal development and spirituality, you know, how, you know,
Yeah,
they're very different.
they are. Because one thing in the personal development world that I've discovered in the last 12 months is it's generally designed to just take your money. If
And
you're
it's all
not
very
aware,
head-based.
and it's an ego-driven industry, and I'm going to say it because I was in it,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, you know, I'm a personal development coach, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, yeah, I'm in personal development, but my meaning is different because I'm personally developing my spiritual side, which was hidden from me because, you know, we're programmed on a societal level from the system of the matrix to be consumers.
Exactly.
And when you stop consuming on a big chunk level, consuming, you know, whatever,
All the things,
it
whatever the
all
poison is.
starts, yeah, and minimalizing because God gave us everything already before we were born. We don't
Mm,
need anything.
mm,
We want
mm,
it because God gave us an infinite ability to create, and we get to
yeah,
create what we want while we're here, and He gave us free will to do whatever we want.
yeah, yeah. Totally. And we get caught up, we're programmed to focus on all the stuff that is not important,
Yeah,
stuff that
advertising.
we do not need.
It's called distractions.
Distractions. Exactly. 100%. Distraction from being the oneness, the connected
Yeah,
aspect, the spirit, you know, the spirit being. While
yeah.
we're distracted, collecting stuff, buying stuff, throwing all our focus into our job. You know, we
Just
get
over
lost.
broke.
We
Yeah. The rat
just
race.
another break. The rat race, you know, and we're all in it.
Yeah.
We're all, you know, most of us are in it. I'm still in it. You know, I'm pathing my way out of it, but I'm in it. Um, yeah, and you know, I think I've got somebody, on here as well. I know there's a few people that are watching here that will get that, like to get that wake up call that, you know, something happens in our lives that wakes us up,
Well,
that
see,
wakes us up and
God,
shakes us.
yeah, in His infinite creation, here's a thing. Picture this, right? Or imagine this. You've got a caterpillar, you know, the whole caterpillar,
Yep,
blah, 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 blah,
the
blah, blah.
morphous,
The
the
metamorphosis
caterpillar to
of
the
a
butterfly.
caterpillar to a butterfly.
Mm,
So you know, the caterpillar does whatever the fuck it does. And then it sits itself, I don't know how this process works, but it sticks itself to a branch, it cocoons itself, and it goes through some enormous pain. Enormous pain. And if we think the caterpillar is being hurt or in pain and we stop it and we go and cut the sack before he's changed, if we go and help him in his most painful time before he's got the learning and we cut open and the butterfly falls out, he dies.
yeah,
We must go through pain and suffering to transform. And you must understand that that is the beauty of pain and suffering, because on the other side of it, and if you love the pain and suffering while you're in it, you come out some kind of transformed creature in peace and harmony with freedom, because nothing can bound you to pain and suffering ever again, because you're at a dangerous level of peace, because no one can touch you.
Yeah.
And when you've gone through something like that, oh, cancer, oh, he's going to die. Oh, well, okay, then. He's going to die. People are like, what? I'm like, well, he's not going to die. He's just going to change bodies. He's an eternal being. And his time for that body is up, because his vibrational match may lag, and he'll have to get a new one. That's not going to stop me from going through the pain and the grief of him dying, because then he's doing something beautiful and evolving me and this body and my consciousness to something else that's greater than I've ever imagined, because a human cannot comprehend what God's got prepared for us, because it's not comprehensible by human mind on this planet, because the creation up there is so profound that we are not a vibrational match to that at this point.
No.
So he's going to die. I'll cry. I'll go through grief, pain, suffering of him losing him. But that's the most loving thing he's going to do, because we're going to grow. I'm going to grow.
Yeah.
I'm going to become something. I don't even know what that is. I just know that it's a blessing.
Yeah.
And to get to that point, to understand it, is when you're in your dreams and you can connect to the spirit and you can hear voices. I hear voices. I hear things. I see things. I can connect to him. He's not going anywhere. His physical body will change and disappear and be absorbed by the earth. But his spirit will always live on, because he left a mark here. And he did something with it. Because cancer transformed us, and he got it. And he left his mark. Like, here's something to put in perspective as well, was we talk about history. Now, if we change it from history and go, look what that spirit created while he was here. Holy shit. He's not dead. They've been relived through the memory of the impact they created while they were here. Now, I don't know about you, but I can go back in history, and people who have died, who have left their mark, left their information, left their legacy, or whatever the fuck they want to call it, but that was their creation, that they got to come here. They are not dead. They are not, because we are talking about them today, and they may have died 50 fucking years ago. So their spirit is alive, because they're talking through us from up there through you and I right now. We only
and it
transform.
doesn't have to be massive. Like, I think as well, when you're talking about like leaving that legacy or leaving an impact, it doesn't mean like you have to be somebody. You don't need to be.
You don't have to be fucking Tony Robbins.
You don't have to be.
You can be.
You just be you. Just be you. Humble you in the presence. And I think this is where the personal development gets all fucked up, because
It does.
Find yourself. Do this thing. Be that person.
Success.
And it's like success,
bullshit.
Success, freedom is not out there. It's all within. All of it is within. That success and that alignment is all within. And for you to leave a legacy is making the difference to one person's life. It could be having one conversation, and that's the difference you were here to create. Even my brother, who is got mental health issues, and he stayed with us, and because I had to need some support with letting him go in our connection here on earth in a way. And like I said, I'm grateful for him, because his gift here on this planet has shown me so much. He's shown me a contrast of what this looks like. He's shown me, like, he's having a whole different experience than what I'm having. But because I can receive the gifts that he's here to give that aren't the norm, we get to take that, and we get to take that on. He has no idea the gifts that he's given me, none whatsoever, because he's not connected. But you know, we get to choose, you know, again, we get to choose how we're going to respond, how we're going to, how are we going to respond to these circumstances that come up every
Well, it's
day,
funny
don't
because
we?
that's what I've
Every
written
day.
in Ben's book. Yeah. That success is a human-created fallacy of fake. It's part of that consuming world, chasing something that you, I'm chasing success, I'm chasing money, believe me, I was there fucking chasing it.
Same.
But here
Even
I
when
was told this one thing, and it changed so much that I was like, I'm going to share it now. I put this in the book as well. So this, I was told
Yay!
this, and I was like, this is insane. So for anyone who's anyone, whatever you are seeking or wanting or desiring, you already are.
Yeah. It's just the it's the vibrational
It's
match.
already done. It's already done. You have to know you have been given everything already. Because what you are seeking, you already are. You have to remember you already are that.
Yeah.
No, humans created money for control. Humans created success, or whatever the fuck that is. Humans created the Matrix. God will not put an amount because you are more prosperous beyond human comprehension.
Yeah.
If you said, I even said this to Ben the other day, he goes, because he's got his whole healing fucking energy center he wants. He's like, we need $1 million. I'll just make up a hypothetical.
Yeah.
We need $1 million to start this. And I said, what would you say that for? You don't need $1 million. Don't shortchange yourself. I said, you have already cut off from the universe that flow of infinite prosperity, which we have already been given everything. When you actually set a goal, you are limiting yourself. It's great to actually go towards something and go, we want the energy center. That is as far as you go. You go, okay.
Yeah,
and then you can start to create and this, that, the other. But then you go, all right, universe, show it to me.
Yeah.
You've got to let it go immediately. Because by actually holding on to the energy center being this, and this, you're actually cutting off all of the great abundance of people, places, and things that are going to help you achieve that. But you don't know that that's going to happen. You have to already believe it's happened.
Yeah.
And money doesn't come into it. Because when you focus on one thing, which is giving, I never understood giving until we've done it. But I was like, oh my God, if you focus only on giving to anyone or anything, and I'm talking pissy little things, you don't have to give them money. And I'm just like, you want a cup of tea? Here, I'll give you a cup of tea.
This here is service. This is a gift because someone's going to watch this and they're going to get something from this today.
There you go.
That's a gift. This is the gift. This is the gift we're giving.
So we have already decided, I've decided, I will give people my time. I'm not going to charge for that. Why would I? Because the gifting creation and speaking to you, which we are all part of the same thing, is more beautiful than any monetary value exchange on fucking earth. When you give to another soul. Yeah.
Yeah. Look, 100%. Look, I so get that. Everything that you've just said. And it's only since I joined my, so the online biz aspect that created that business there, I joined that for money. I joined that for success, joined that for money, joined that for all those things that I thought that were missing in my life.
Yeah,
but
I did the same.
But being in that community and being in that environment who speak all of what you're speaking, all of it, like it's nothing to do with the money. Money, yes, money. When you get the money, when you change yourself, when your frequency changes, the money will come to you. And from money, that's where we can serve. So the money is the vehicle, that we can create centers and do all those beautiful things. We can, the more money that we have, the more passion projects we can do.
That's
That
right.
is, so until I got that, I was like, and I've only just got that. Like, I haven't just had that for years. I've only just got that too, and gone, that makes so much more sense. Just keep doing the work. Just keep doing, get connecting, keep meditating, keep healing, keep healing. Like, that is the journey. That's the gift we give to the world.
And God gave us time to heal. And healing is removing all of those things like that, because the only currency is giving. That's it.
Yeah. And
that's the only currency.
Yeah.
So the more you give to somebody, you have to have a belief that even if you don't want to give to that person that needs you, you've got to actually go, if you actually help, because God is listening to the conversations that you're not hearing. He's got your back.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, I've been divorced for 10 years. I have an ex-husband, and I was like, you know what? Thanks, asshole. You actually were the biggest gift ever. At the time, it sucked.
Yeah. What a gift.
And then I was like, you want to know something funny? I was watching something the other day. I still watch motivational, inspirational videos and all of this sort of stuff all the time, right?
Yeah.
And what was I watching? I can't remember what I was watching.
But when those things land, they land in a different perspective now.
Yeah.
You can have there's a whole different meaning.
And the funny thing was, they said, if you go through, these are apparently the worst things to go through in life. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Divorce, death, and debt. And I was like, well, fuck me, I'm trifecta, Nelly. And I went, thanks, dude. Pleased. I'm going to hold on to the death one and keep that as a lived one. But I was like, you know what? If that's the worst thing that's ever going to happen, well, shit, man. Like, get on the bike and ride.
And that, isn't it? It's such a condition. We're programmed to believe that all this stuff is going to be so, bad and wrong. And like death is like the worst thing ever. I mean, it's the only fucking thing we're guaranteed on this earth is that we're going to come and we're going to die.
But see, we've been conditioned that it's a terrible thing.
Totally. Yeah.
Like, I don't know about you, but, we don't see dead bodies. We don't see people. I mean, if you see them at a funeral, we're conditioned that it's a bad thing. Like, you go to a funeral home, like, what the fuck? These are things. Funerals are a business too, just quietly,
Totally, yeah.
And, I'm not going to put Ben in a fucking 30 grand box to go on the fucking ground.
No way.
But emotionally, you'd be like, I better put him in a fuck. Ben said, don't do that. Put me in a goddamn apple tree. So that's what we did. But
I'm going over Buckley Heads. Okay, I always say Buckley Heads, Burley Heads. That's mine.
Yeah.
Get it in the water.
And it wasn't until the other day I saw that we weren't. We're not taught that it's okay when it's part of. It's part of. That's the only thing that we know, like you say, for sure. And that's the biggest thing we're scared of. We're taught to fear death. Now, I've come to peace with death because it's right in my face. But then again, I was like, well, I could fucking die too.
Yeah. Are you at peace with that?
Yeah. Because I realize that whatever happens when I go is perfect. Because we are already perfect beings. Created perfectly. When you understand that you were perfect already, I'm not talking societal shit, whatever the fuck, you were already perfect. I couldn't care if half your face was fucking falling off. That's perfect. Like, look at that lady that got burnt, that model. Yes. What's that chick's name? I don't know what her name is, but
I can't think of her name is. I've got her book. I haven't read it actually.
Yeah, whatever her name was. But look at her. She was the beautiful model. And she couldn't do the things she's doing now, and she's burnt from top to bottom.
Yeah.
And she's more beautiful now than she was before.
Because everyone feels her energy.
Because she had to discover and decide that she was beautiful now.
Yeah.
And that's 100%. Where I was like, it's one of the, like, it sucks what's happening with Ben and stuff, but, it's been the greatest thing ever. Like, we just did the Ben's cancer adventure. I couldn't have planned that. We couldn't have planned that. We've been home one night. I was like, I gotta fucking vacuum the floor.
And now you're on here, like doing a live, just before Channel 7 rocks up to your house. So
yeah.
just
So
what's the
it's,
time, hun? I have no idea. It's 11 o'clock. So if you want to,
I can't hear them crying yet, so they might be outside. This is my peacetime till shit really hits the fan.
oh yeah, Don says, so congratulations to you and Ben. Keep up living.
Oh, thank you.
Keep up
But,
living.
we wanted to take, like when we were sitting in the doctors and they said you got cancer, well, fuck, every cell felt like I had just set fire to it. Now, why does it have to be like that? Like illness and disease and all of that other stuff, it's not bad. Illness, disease, and trauma and tragedy and pain, they're not bad things. We are conditioned to believe they're bad, but they are the fucking greatest thing to ever happen to us. Bring it on. Because when you're in pain and suffering, you know a goddamn hell of an evolution's going to happen after that.
Yeah.
And that's the fun part.
Yeah. That's
and
why,
we have to look at it that way.
There. Yeah. We're not programmed to look at it at all that way. It's
No.
all to be bad. It's all bad. It's all bad. It's like, yeah, pity party, keep exploiting that, keep feeding the pity party.
Victim. Poor me.
Let's be the victim to it. Yeah.
Well, God didn't bring us here to do poor me. He brought us here to go, check out what you can create with what you've been given.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now there's the magic.
Yeah.
That's magic. Yeah. And I'm not talking, like you said, I'm not talking about all the fucking like Steve Jobs type shit, like, inventing iPhones and stuff. Do you know, I found the most happiness, you ready for this? I found the most happiness when I'm present in the now playing fucking blocks with the kids, colouring in, dressing up Shanique and doing her hair.
Yeah.
Cooking, making food look pretty because we've got to eat.
Yeah.
Those littlest things, like, you wake up, like this morning, I'll share a picture. Shanique was cuddling Ben and Nia was on top. I was like, oh my God, that's the cutest thing. That happiness will not compare to any award, success, or story, or news article, or fucking attention, or whatever the hell. Nothing will compare to those moments when your little girl wraps her hands around you and says, cuddles.
Yeah. And we're so busy rushing to get to the next place. Little moments that are there. I do it every day.
Yeah.
Still guilty.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's an unlearning. I've always said, like, this is just not what we learn.
It's what we unlearn.
It's what we unlearn when you get to
It's the process of elimination.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
We're just coming back to nothing. You got to come back because no thing exists. No thing actually exists. Like, it only exists because you believe it to exist.
Yep.
That's it. Our mindset, like, given that Ben and I have done a lot of mindset work and, the personal development training, with mindset and stuff, I didn't realize I'd be using it on myself. I wasn't a mindset coach. I was using it for my own personal experience. Now I've had to draw on those things myself. No one else can help me. No one else can make my tears go away at 3 o'clock in the morning. No one else can heal Ben and take his cancer out for me. No one can do those things.
No.
Letting go of control of an outcome is the ultimate freedom because there are no outcomes.
That's where the freedom is, isn't it?
Yeah.
And just trusting in that process and trusting in self that, like you said, everything is provided. There's nothing to worry.
When we set off on Ben's cancer adventure, Ben was like freaking out, right? He's like, but we haven't, he's an analytic, right? And I'm not.
Yeah.
He's like, but what about this? And what about, I'm like, get in the car. God's got our back. He's given us everything already. Let's just drive because I know everything is there when we need it. I know with every ounce of my spiritual core being, he is there. Yeah. He's there. I look up to him and that's how I feel safe. That's how I know I can handle if Ben died. That's how I can handle every single day. Is because I know God came from such a beautiful place that he wouldn't purposely harm anybody because he doesn't believe in that.
Mm.
You just set out on your merry way, and everything that happens is perfect.
Mm. Yeah.
You got to find it.
Yeah. Ah, honey. These guys, anyone's watching the replay or, you know, watched today, friend Kristie, friend Ben, follow their journey, like, because I've got a message to share, you know, and maybe it's not for you, maybe it's something that they will say that somebody else needs to hear, you know, for that particular day to get them through that day. That can be that one word that, you know, we've all had those conversations, and we always remember those little conversations. And this is why it's important for, you know, this is why I want to do these conversations, Wisdom Wednesdays, because it's really important, I think, to share the story and to be witness in our stories. And the ripple effect that we create is huge by sharing our story, our wisdom, our insight, because these words have been said 100 million times. You know, they've been written in all books, but they haven't said it the way that Kristie said it today. That may have landed. Might land for you.
And thank you for doing
it. Thank you for joining us. I will let you go because it's getting close to your famous interview time.
Because Ben decided to go and get famous on Ben's cancer. I mean, I'm not complaining. Bring it on. But, you know, anything to help.
He's got the administrator from, you know, like you are the bomb. You're the one that gets the shit done.
I love it. Let's not lie. I love it.
That's your thing. That's your thing.
Amazing. Because I know God's watching and he's got my back and he's going to give me every answer to everything. Yeah. Life is unscripted. The minute you follow a script, you're doing the wrong scene. Yeah.
Yeah. Give us some love bomb. Who has this landed with?
Whoops. But this is fun.
When is it airing tonight? Airing tonight. Kristie will share it. Send Kristie.
I'll share it. Don't want you won't have to worry about it.
It'll be shared. Yeah, there's some other ones that I've shared on my page as well, and actually in the event I put a couple of links in there just to give a bit of background for you guys and to you. And thanks for your sharing your heart and your wisdom with us this morning.
Thanks for letting us catch up with you the other day. I got to meet Sharon. I got to meet Sharon in real life. What day is it today? Wednesday? Monday?
Friday. It was last Friday, yeah.
It's the last Friday? No way. Really?
Yeah.
Already?
Yeah.
It's nearly a week ago.
I know.
Holy shit.
Crazy.
Well, she come and had dinner with us and she hung out and it was great and I actually got to meet you.
I know. It was so good. So good.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Beautiful.
You're just fun.
Thanks,
You're just fun. I love what you do. It's fun. Love your earrings too. Yeah. They're cool.
Thank you.
And I like your fun hair too. I got new makeup on. I went out to the shed and I got some of my makeup.
Well, I did send you a message on your makeup.
Oh, yeah. I haven't wrote back to that. But yes, I do have some out there. I do have some. I do sell it. But I shut it all down and, you know. But if people want some, I have some and, you know, it's great. Oh, awesome. I love it. I didn't think I'd ever run out. Fucking hell. I was trying other people's stuff. I was like, what am I doing? But
you know yourself, don't you? No, that's right, mate.
Yeah. But well, thank you so much for having me and allowing this voice. Like, if there's anything I can do for you.
Ditto.
Paul.
You've just frozen. You just froze then. That's so funny.
I'm sorry. I had a phone call. I forgot to turn off the notifications. But yeah, if there's anything I can, you know, help out with anything, let me know. Or anyone that reaches out, I'm given my number. I don't care.
Yeah. Ditto. Same.
Yeah. So happy to help
together.
Because I love turning pain into peace. Because the magic spot, and I say this I wrote this quote in Ben's book. There's pain and there's peace. Consider me the middle of the paradox, and that is the sweet spot.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
because you have to have both.
Yeah,
you can't have one or the other. You can't enjoy. You can't enjoy life. Brene Brown. This is one of Brene Brown's quotes. Like you can't have joy if you can't have pain. So if
That's
you're
right.
stopping your pain, grieving, if you only go to there and you don't
Yeah.
grieve, you're only going to experience joy to there too. But if you
That's
can go
right.
to there with pain,
Yeah.
paradox.
Yeah, it's excellent. But thank you so much.
Love ya. See you.
Bye.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.